Okay, I'm gonna take this video now. It is 2.5 days till I start my juice fast. Obviously, the main objective is to get closer to God, but I've always wanted to do juice fast and just haven't made the time for it. So we're going all in. Okay, so this is the goodies that we have for right now. 100% carrot juice. I also have 100% orange juice, spinach, ginger, mint, apples, lemons. I also have limes somewhere else, blueberries, spinach that I already put in a container, celery, cucumbers. This is it so far. Let's see how this goes. And of course we have our watermelon. Can't forget the watermelon.
You of God's mercy to offer your bodies, whoo, why it's fast and hard, because it affects my body, as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. The Apostle Paul says, I'm urging you to do what? Present your body. He starts with your body. Bring you. In other words, the pathway to renewing your mind, the pathway to transformation, the pathway to knowing God's good, pleasing, and perfect will is surrender. Nobody's gonna make you get on that altar. You gotta get on that altar and say, God, I'm surrendering. And he says a living sacrifice. That means this ain't a one-time surrender. Don't you wish it was just one time at an altar when you gave your life to Christ? No, every day. There's something in your flesh you gotta kill. Every day it is surrender. And denying these desires. And I would argue that fasting and prayer is more about God reorienting the right desires in you. You think it's like, oh, I'm missing out on something, and oh, I really want the desire. But no, a season of prayer and fasting actually changes you to have the right desires, because there's some desires that you shouldn't have had in the first place.
Amen.
Okay.
Usually I wouldn't take out my camera right after crying and having such an intimate little moment with God, but you know, I'm sharing little parts of the journey of doing this fast. And I will say one thing that's crazy is, like, I don't have hunger. I don't know. And I just credit that all to God. It's like I look at food and I'm like, I'm not eating right now. God has been, this fast has been, and God has been making things a lot more clear, the things that actually matter. I feel like my senses are more clear, hearing, smell, just in general, everything is just more clear. So even the things I'm feeling and processing through, the exposure of myself. I've also been in new environments and new changes in my life. Literally, once I started the fast, it was like a new change in my life. So I've been around new experiences that have been exposing things inside of myself. And it's like with the fast, it's even more clear, and it's just some things can be frustrating. Even when I'm listening to music and listening to even my specific music, you know, sometimes I can listen to my own music and judge it, but it's like I'm seeing it through the Spirit. I'm seeing it through the mind of God, and it's just like I can appreciate the artwork so much more without like casting judgment on it. So definitely been appreciating this whole journey. Day five, I just got out of church. I'm actually still in the parking lot. Oh my goodness! There's a rainbow! You restore everything. Okay, I have to share this because I am just blown away right now. I was feeling heaviness and kind of maybe a dark energy, just feeling very, very much off. And I, was praying about it at the house and, just kind of in my head about things, just feeling a lot. And then I decided to put on a worship song and just start praising Jesus. You restore everything, as you can see. I show the rainbow. But guys, I turned onto the highway and I saw the rainbow immediately, and it was just like it clicked. It was like I knew it was from God for me. That might sound crazy to y'all, but I knew it was, and it's gone. It was just for me to see. It stayed there, I was able to capture it, and then it was just gone. And that's so simple for God to do, but it's just the fact that He did that. Wow. Oh. I had to get in the water. I love how my brother has ice cream in here. It's so tempting. Technically, I still have 2 in the freezer. So technically, I don't have to do this today, but I'm just gonna do it today to get it done. I know everything is kind of a mess. Cucumbers, some limes, celery, apples, lemons, ginger, spinach. Same old. Round 2. Let's go, round 2, let's go. One thing I haven't shown y'all yet is I do have to take a little bit of protein each day. Now, honestly, it comes with a scoop. I haven't been doing a full scoop each day. I've honestly only been doing half. I'm about to take some more right now. I just had a very long shift at work, and my muscles are like, hey, did you forget about us? So I guess technically it's not me adding protein makes it not a strictly only juice fast. I get that, but I'm still only drinking, it's not like I'm eating any food. And this is just to maintain, because I'm already losing weight. I'm not trying to lose weight like that. That's not what the juice fast was for. I'm fasting to get closer to God, to sacrifice something actually big, major, that we kind of need every day, which is food. But I'm going on the rant. So yes, I've been taking this to help my muscles so that I don't damage them. I know y'all saw me working out on day 2. I really would love to. I probably am still going to go to the gym at some point during these 21 days, but we're being light on my body, okay? Like I said, today I already worked a long shift, was doing a lot of walking. I didn't sit down the whole time, so that is the workout for the day, okay? Got new Bible cover. It's gonna hold my Bible in it. Yay.
Teach me how to handle what you put in my hands. A disciple is not just somebody who learns information about Jesus. A disciple is somebody who has rearranged their entire life around Jesus. Ooh, can I take you deeper? Discipleship is not even inviting Jesus into a room in your house. No. Discipleship is not even giving Jesus the key to your house. Because if it's still your house, you can change the locks. Discipleship is walking down to the courthouse, taking your name off the deed and saying, Jesus, reclaim your rightful ownership of this house. Put your name on the deed. That is what discipleship looks like. It's saying, Jesus, my life is yours. My body is yours. My relationships are yours. My ambition is yours. My future is yours. My resources are yours. Everything I am and everything I have and everything that I hope to be belongs to you. And if his name is on the deed, he doesn't need my permission to walk into any room. Matter of fact, he can walk into a room that you said, oh, Jesus, I just want to change the paint color on this wall. And he could be like, no, I actually just want to knock that wall down. That's what walking with Jesus looks like. And it's
I wanted to try to attempt to, bring y'all along. I'm doing another juicing today. I have, oh, look at these watermelons. Hold on. I don't know, these were at H-E-B. I don't have an H-E-B near me, but there's an H-E-B near my work, and they had these tiny watermelons. And I was like, let's see how much juice we can get out of them. So yeah, okay, anyways. One thing about juicing these is I try to still leave like the white part as much as I can, because that also has juice. And yeah. I'm not gonna make y'all sit here and watch me cut up everything, but I just thought, like, I've been showing y'all the fruit, but I haven't actually shown me juicing it, I guess. I actually haven't cut it like this yet. I usually don't have this small of a watermelon, so we're doing things a little different today. I need to go get a bowl to put the cut fruit in. Also, if y'all hear talking in the background, my mom is here with one of my nieces and a couple of my nephews, and they are swimming. So that is the chatter you hear. I will say it's definitely easier, a lot easier to cut up this smaller one than the large one. I guess because I can actually like have it in my hand. That other one, I was like, it was this big, and it's just, yeah, it wasn't even fitting on the cutting board. So one thing I did want to talk to y'all about, the only thing which is pretty much, I guess, expected, this juice fast is a long juice fast, and it's sugar. Even though I'm not drinking like sugar, I'm drinking natural sugars, it's still sugar. My teeth have started to hurt a little bit, but I've been taking better care of them, and I researched the best ways to help with that. One of the main things is just not sipping juice throughout the whole day. Instead, it's better to, like, the juice I have, it's better to like drink all of that, and then it's good to use water swish around your mouth, get all the sugars out so it doesn't, you know, decay your teeth. But that's to be expected. I wish I would have been more aware of it when I started, because I would have done that immediately. I also bought some mouthwash that has fluoride, which is very helpful. So I would say since I've like gotten on top of that, my teeth, like even today, they don't really feel that bad. When I drink my protein powder the once a day, I don't know if I told y'all, technically it's not juice, but I drink it with almond milk, and that actually helps too because that has calcium and that's like good for your teeth. So, you know, it's to be expected for the juice fast to have a little bit of, I guess, a toothache, but it's nothing crazy. And like what I was getting at with that is that's like really the only thing that's difficult in a sense. I mean, I guess there's other stuff that's difficult, but like pain wise, there has been a few times where I thought I was gonna have a headache, but I think the main time that happened, sorry, my cat is like playing around. She's playing with the bug. Love that. She had it in her mouth and then she just is playing with it now. Please don't bring that bug over here. Oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I have been close to having a headache, but like even last night, I think that was because I was crying a lot while I was praying. And every time I go to sleep and wake up, like, I'm good. It's really crazy. I already spoke about it earlier, but like the other day, but it's really crazy that I don't have hunger like that. I miss food, don't get me wrong. I miss just like eating. But telling yourself no and just telling yourself, even today, I brought my 2 nephews with me to church. 2 of my nephews, I have more than 2. And I got them breakfast tacos and they look so good. But it's just like, no, we're not partaking in that, girl. I don't know. I feel like sometimes we think things are so hard. I'm still trying to figure out why this has been easier than I expected. I guess it's one of those things like, girl, whatever you ask in Jesus' name, like he will do it. I talked about that in my last video. Like, I have the faith in Jesus, so why would God not sustain me? God is with me. Why would he not sustain me? I will say also, usually I don't share that I'm fasting with people when I'm fasting. For this, it's been a little different. I've prayed to God about it, and I want to make sure my heart posture is right. I don't want attention from it, or I don't want like, ooh, look at you. I'm sorry if they're really loud. I don't want attention from it, or it to be like, oh, look at you, look at what she's doing. Like, that's not why I've told people. For one, if I have told people, I haven't told too many people, but if I have, it's like, I'm excited to do this, you know? And I know for me, like when I heard people fasted, and then I even watched people online who were fasting, especially for a long time, like I always wanted to do that. I knew like it made me aware that it was possible. It made me aware that doing these big steps of discipline is something attainable. When I say I've told people, I've only told like maybe 5 people, okay? But yeah, I want to make sure my heart posture is right in doing so, because like I said, I don't want the attention or like a pat on the back. You know, I'm doing this literally just to get closer to God. It's definitely been eye-opening. It's definitely been just just a journey. I'm curious to see how things will be when I finish it, you know, and also just how my relationship with food will be once I get back to eating it. I mean, I love food. I don't think that's gonna change, but I just realized, like, we don't really need food as much as we think we do. And all them times I was like, ooh, I'm so hungry. Like, that's not to take away, like, people can really be hungry, but like, most of the time I was saying I was hungry. Girl, you was just bored. You was just looking for a little dopamine, which is understandable. Like, life is hard. I feel like I'm not doing the best job of sharing all, like, the spiritual side of it. Like, I'm doing a lot of ranting, but I don't know. I would say the spiritual side of it is, like, kind of just for me to know, you know, and there is stuff that I'm sure I'm gonna share more in this video, but yeah, the spiritual side of it is just, like, for me, like, and it's been really good because I've been writing more to God, like prayers, writing them down, while also still communicating with Him. Just been very much more intentional with really making that time for God. I always have done that, but I mean, I'm fasting, of course, that's like literally what you're supposed to do. But I'm just saying, like, I want that to continue even when I stop fasting. I feel like it's made me be... I feel like while I'm fasting, like, even who I am at work, I strive to be a better person and to be more like Christ anyways. But I definitely feel like with this fast, God is always with me, but like, He's really, really with me right now, like giving me His strength, and just, I'm moving in the Spirit more, right? So I just find myself doing even more of the right thing, like maybe even like stepping up and doing things I don't necessarily have to do but are helpful, and just being more of a good person. Like, of course, I've always strived to be a good person even before Christ, but like, you know, when you're walking with Christ, you realize, oh, dang, I got a lot inside of me I gotta work on. So I will say it's been easier and just more, it's more effortlessly just coming out of me to be in the Spirit and to just flow from that state. And I love that. That's been one of my big prayers, is for my heart to look like Jesus. And that's been for years, you know, but that's something I will continue to pray. And also just for my perspective to live in His ways and to model Him. I think that's all I'm gonna speak on for now. I just wanted to do a little bit of speaking. I know I've been sharing things here and there, but I will show y'all a little bit more of me cutting fruit. And maybe even juicing it. Okay. Wait, okay. So while I was doing all that talking, I finished cutting up just this watermelon. This small of a watermelon. And we got a full bowl. It doesn't look big, but like, it's pretty big, guys. And a full bowl. I feel like it's gonna make a good amount of juice. I'm gonna cut up both, but yeah. Okay. Next is apples. These look so good to eat. But I can wait. But it looks so good. I will say that. Now we're doing cucumbers, as you can see. I may do one lime, but I'm trying to not do too many acidic fruits, because that's like what causes the most for your teeth. I'm not gonna lie, I have fresh orange juice in there. It's hard to escape it, but like, I'm still just trying to be more mindful of my teeth. Let me tell you, it's only about the blood. Ooh, almost cut my finger. Alright. I still have a little ginger, so I'm gonna use ginger too. You really only need a tiny bit for each juice, but it makes it good. We are approaching that time. The sun is peeking through the juicer. Show y'all how this goes. Hello. This is what we're using to put the juices in. I'm pretty sure I showed y'all these, but you know, here they are again. All right, let's get this thing going. We try to block the sun. Sorry about the sun. Y'all don't need to see me. Y'all are good. Y'all been seeing me this whole time. Okay. And then we turn it on. All right. Ready? The first mason jar that I filled up was just watermelon and a little ginger. Now I'm gonna add some cucumbers to this one. I already got a good amount of watermelon juice in there. Just gonna add these cucumbers in here. You can see the layers, like the red and then the green. Before starting this, I've never liked cucumbers. I don't really think I still like them, but I actually don't like cucumbers or watermelon. And my main juices that I'm making right now are watermelon and cucumber and a little ginger, or just watermelon. I think I like it in juice form. Maybe I could learn to like it in fruit form. I'm just not fully there, you know? But it's funny that I can tolerate the juice. Next, I'm going to move on to some apples. I think I'm gonna do some apples and watermelon. It gave me a decent amount. I got 3 full ones, and then this one is just more than half. This one's gonna be the more apple dominant, so it's mainly apple juice. It has a little bit of cucumber and watermelon and ginger, and then this one's gonna be the watermelon and cucumber heavy with ginger. The one in the fridge that I already put up is, I think I just did watermelon and ginger. That's it. And then this one is just a mixture of everything that was left. So a little bit of apples, a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of watermelon, and ginger. Yep. Usually, you know, I forgot to tell y'all, my niece gave me this. Obviously at the start of the fast, I had more fruits that I was doing and more mixtures I was doing, and I was also adding lime and lemon to a lot of stuff, which it makes it really good. I'm just trying to avoid highly acidic fruits, like I was saying. if I wasn't doing such a long juice fast, like I would say if you're just doing these to like have them, it would definitely be a good addition to add. Get like fruit juice on my head. It would definitely be a good addition to add limes or lemons or whatever. I guess I can show y'all the other juices I have. So I have this Super Greens juice, obviously the carrot juice, pomegranate. These are the milk. Sorry, it's not very organized right now. And then this is freshly squeezed orange juice. This is really, 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 really good. You have to be careful with this because it is also very highly acidic. And then I do in the back, I have one other pomegranate juice. So obviously I've been trying to stick to mainly just juicing it myself, but getting the 100% juice, yeah. I'm trying to do like the all natural juices, obviously, yeah. But yeah, I think I'm done, guys, for today. Today was a long explanation, long little yapping session, but I wanted to try to show y'all a little bit of the process. I wanted to give y'all an update. It's been a few days. It's day 16. We're in the last stretch. Today's my off day, so I'm just chilling, doing some relaxing. I was watching, I'm editing the video that y'all are seeing right now, at least like the beginning parts, and what my pastor was saying on day 1. He said, why is fasting hard? Because it affects your body. And yeah, definitely, in the last stretch, like I said, definitely feeling it. My muscles, just body in general is just tired, My arm is tired as well from holding y'all up. I definitely have not gone back to the gym. I don't think I'm gonna go back to the gym. But yeah, my muscles and body are feeling it more, I would say. But it's interesting because a lot of the things that I would usually do normally, I don't really have the energy for. But I do have the energy to pray. I do have the energy to read my Bible. I do have the energy to just speak to God, sing to God. I took away food, and when you fast, you're supposed to take away something and replace that with God. But me taking away the food, obviously I replaced that with God, but it also has taken away a lot of my energy. But in doing so, it's like I've still replaced that with God. It's been good to have such intimate time with God. And then I think I was saying in another day, whenever I was making a video, I still want to bring the habits that I have now into my everyday normal life. Definitely still feel like my senses are a lot sharper or just more sensitive. Like my hearing even. I don't know about my seeing because I'm blind. But I feel like my hearing and my smell, and then just like my awareness of energy, like my sensitivity to others' energy. It is day 17. I forgot to update y'all yesterday. My teeth are no longer hurting. I've been praying about it, and I've also just been more aware and doing things to help with that, and they don't hurt anymore. So now that I've gotten on top of that, that's been good. I have been pain free. So we almost there. Almost to the 21 days. I am out here. This fast gives me low energy, so it's not too much I can do. I will say I really do miss working out. I miss going hiking and just being physical. But God calls us to seasons of rest as well, and just to be still. I mean, we should always do that, but this specific season, with my energy depleted, I get to slow down and take in such beauty. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for the sunset. Okay. Bye-bye. How beautiful. So, it's day 20 of the fast. And yes, I'm crying. I decided I would share this because, I don't know, I just felt like it was good to share. Yes, I've had God's strength. Yes, I've had his joy. Yes, I've been closer to God more than ever. And yes, I've had his peace, Jesus' peace with me. And yes, it's been oddly easy to not eat, but I will say, like, just because it's been easy doesn't mean it hasn't been hard. I don't know if that really makes any sense, but fasting in general exposes things in yourself. It makes you more sensitive to things. It makes you aware of things. It makes your vision more clear. And then I'm praying for a lot of things heavily, and just operating not in my normal, usual self fully. And in doing so, you know, you're not really using too many things for comfort. I'm not gonna lie, like, I have found myself either on YouTube or unfortunately even on TikTok, and it's like, because I'm so limited with things I can do to, like, escape reality in a sense, or get comfort from this reality, when really the only comfort is Jesus. But yeah, I just wanted to say, like, God is amazing, and he can help you and do so much more than you really think he can when you place it in his hands. But fasting is also can be difficult, you know. Definitely not for the weak. And I would just say one of my big things is I've been asking Jesus to help my perspective to live in his. And that's why I think, like, yes, I've been called to not be hidden and to share stuff online and to share videos, but I do have to be very intentional with what I allow inside, because it's a very fine line for me to cross over into, I guess, a sort of depression. I just care a lot for others in the world, and I think many do. And I just want so many changes to be made. So that's the update for tonight. Today has not all been sad or anything. Right now I'm in my prayer corner, which I usually never take my phone in here. I only grab my phone because I'm about to write something in my notes, Sometimes I write poems on paper, but it's quicker. Like when I just have something I need to write and to just get it out, it's a lot quicker for me to just type it up. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and then I'll probably put my phone up and, you know, actually spend more time in here praying and stuff. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to update. I will see y'all tomorrow for the last day. For the freaking last day, man. Oh my goodness. Hey guys. I did my makeup to celebrate the last day because I don't ever do my makeup. So I have been moving some stuff around in my studio, but I'm not done. Y'all know my energy has been low, so I decided to bring out the microphone for the last day. Um, Not too much more to say. I just wanted to share something. This is not my prayer journal. This is just my actual journal. And I haven't wrote in it as much as I've been writing in my prayer journal because I've been writing prayers almost every night to God. But I was reading it like a week ago and I wrote down, I didn't even know that I did this. I wrote down things that I was praying for before going into the fast. And I don't know why I don't remember writing it. So I went back and was reading the journal entry before the fast. And I was like, wow, every single thing that I said I was praying for has been happening. And I don't even remember. But guess what? God remembers. Like, ugh, he's just so faithful. I almost like started crying. Oh my goodness. Obviously, I'm praying for other stuff outside of this. A lot of my prayers are for other people, but in my journal, I was just writing about what I wanted to get out of it, out of the fast. So I wrote, and usually I wouldn't share my journal with y'all, but you know, it's okay. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I said, I'm starting a 21-day fast tomorrow. I spent 2 hours tonight juicing greens and fruit, and even some ginger mixed in there. For some reason, I feel it will be easy. Maybe I'm being naive. I just know my God is with me, so I can do it. And then I put 21 days is long, but I'm praying and hoping for better discipline on the other side, as well as more intimacy with God, clearer vision, creative ideas, better living out the Spirit, showing people His Spirit that dwells in me. I know I can do this. I'm excited. I'm sure it may be hard, but I'm committed. Set the goal and do it, Abby Marie. I love you. Um, but yeah, it just it hit me the other night when I was reading it because I was like, got better discipline for sure. Definitely have been having more intimacy with God, and I don't want that to change coming out of this fast. You know, like the habits that I've had during this fast. Obviously, I'm going to be able to do a lot more that I wanted to do coming out of the fast, but I prioritize God so much. It's like I don't want that to change. And then clear vision. Yeah. Creative ideas. Yeah. Better living out the Spirit. Better living out the Spirit. That has just been happening the whole fast. And I don't see why it would change coming out of the fast. Like with me intentionally doing everything, doing my best to do everything that I've been doing during the fast coming out of it. Like I want to operate in the Spirit. I do not want to operate in the flesh. The flesh does not do anything for me or others. I want to operate in the Spirit. And He has been helping me. And then also showing people His Spirit that dwells in me. You know, like all of these things, obviously, before the fast, like this has always been stuff I strive for. But he really just has been doing his thing during these last 21 days. And so I just wanted to share that and say God is so faithful, and you can do all things through Jesus who strengthens you. Okay? Um if you stayed and watched this whole video, thank you so much. I love you guys. I I hope that, you can get something out of this. But I think that's all. That's all I'm going to share. I It's still kind of the beginning of the day, so I'm going to go do some errands, but overall, I woke up this morning feeling so grateful, so excited, and just so happy to accomplish this with God. All right. I love you guys. Bye.